Okay, welcome back. Today we're out on another wild camp and I want to do a little mini survival challenge on this one. And what I want to do, or what I've done, is I've come out with my pack pretty much exactly the same as my last couple of videos, although I've left out my sleeping mat. So that's the challenge. I'm going to head off in this direction and find a place to set up camp. So we found this little area here. It's pretty isolated. I've got some thick bush and woods there, so it's quite breezy today, so hopefully that'll block out some of that. The first thing that comes to mind without a sleeping mat is probably, for most people, is right, make a raised bed. I'm not going to do that. I thought on it, I'm not going to do that, apart from gathering up some leaves and that, which are soaking wet, by the way. And I think there's some like fallen spruce trees behind me, so we'll use some of them. So apart from that, yeah, it's a very minimalistic type setup we're going for. So I really want to test how much heat you are losing from the ground without a sleeping mat. Let's set up camp. Let's see how we get on. So although this does look pretty green still, everything I'm using today is either dead wood or fallen down trees. So yeah, no need to worry about any of that. You know, I was expecting this to be a bit of a challenge, but actually, because of those fallen down trees just behind us, I've done 5-10 minutes work. I've got this huge pile of branches, and maybe that alone will do the job. I do have my ground sheet, which I'll put over the top because it is soaking wet, so hopefully that will help combat some of the damp, but it's still going to get through. Just something I've got to deal with. Let's give it a sit tester. What do you think? Does it look all right? What I'm thinking is the leaves on the ground around here are soaking wet, but I still might pad it out a bit more underneath, like all the little gaps. There's like gaps and stuff, so I'll just pad it out with wet leaves, maybe stop a draft coming through underneath us. But apart from that, I think we're good to go and to get on with the rest of the camp like. Okay folks, it is starting to rain already. I wasn't expecting that. The skies are still blue, but it doesn't matter, it started raining. So I think it's time to get the tarp up over this. Pretty sharpish. Aye, so lying down on this for a few minutes there, you can already feel the heat being sucked out of you, and that is with my wool blanket. It's okay, but the areas like me thighs where the wool blanket isn't, you can feel the chill. We're gonna have a fire. We're gonna get that on the go now. Quite a stealthy spot we're in, just through them bushes. I don't even know if you can see the tarp set up. Just a tiny bit, you can see it. Pretty cool spot. So we might have a little bit of a problem. I'm probably not going to be relying on the fire to keep me warm throughout the night. Honestly, it's a bit of a struggle trying to find some nice deadwood because everything's so wet. I managed to get some pine wood, although on closer inspection it still looks a bit green. I don't know if you can see, but on the outside it's still a little bit green. There's a strong smell of resin though, so I'm still going to chop it up and see if we can work with it. Our tools of choice today are, of course, twine. What I'm going to do is just sprinkle this fat wood in and amongst this. Oh yes. It's instantly very smoky. Just shows you how damp everything is. But we've got it alight. That is the main thing. So I'm happy. Hey, got the candle lantern on the go. The wind's picking up, it's starting to drizzle as well, which is not really ideal for me, to be honest. For dinner, got me steak. I'm not eating me steak, obviously, but I've got some Polish sausages. So I'm going to try and do this the old school way and just stick that in the ground. Try to avoid the rocks. Get the old Polish sausages out. Look at that. 2 at a time. pretty cool. This is fun. This is what all the effort going around, collecting the firewood, setting up, coming out in the cold, the rain, the wind. This right here makes it all worthwhile. I love this way of cooking, just a couple of sausages on a stick, man. Can't beat it. I'm just going to finish up my sausages here. It's pitch black now and it's starting to drizzle again, so I'm going to quickly finish up, jump into bed, and hopefully I'm going to have a lovely night. I'm going to wake up proper happy, but we'll see. Yeah, I'll catch up in the morning and I'll talk you through how the night went. So good night, everyone. Okay, so I'm in bed now. To be honest, I'm really not feeling this. First mistake I've done, I've set my tarp up like too far forward, so I'm touching against the tarp and it's wet because it's been raining and all that condensation's getting on us, which I do not like, and I can't be bothered to go change it now. I'm not messing about with the tarp. Second thing is this bag. I bought the aluminium frame for it and it's digging into me. I'm using my bag as my sleep mat. It works a little bit, I guess, but this frame, oh, that's better. Still really uncomfortable, to be honest. I can feel the cold. I'm going to put my wool blanket underneath me as well. I'm going to have to. I'll not survive the night otherwise. It's going to be a long night. I just checked the time as well and it's only 6 o'clock. I thought it was like 10 o'clock or something. It's going to be a long night. Anyways, that was just a little update for you. I'll see you in the morning. Good morning, everybody. Honestly, that was really not as bad as I thought. When I first went to sleep, I was dreading it a little bit. I made some changes, let me show you. So first of all, this tarp, it was wet and I kept touching it and I could feel my head getting wet, so wetter and wetter. So I put up my chair, like the frame of my chair, can you see? Just propping up the tarp. I had to move my wool blanket underneath us. I tried it on top. I would have liked to have it on top because it was quite breezy, but it was much better underneath us. Underneath my wool blanket, I have my bag, and then I had my usual setup, you know, the ground sheet and then the branches and leaves and all that. For my, I didn't bring a pillow either. I thought that would be cheating. No ground mat, no pillow, so I used my boot. Worked really well. I'm really impressed by just using my boot, you know. I also had me chair, like not the frame but like the material part of my chair. I laid that down here, so that kind of went over my boot and my shoulders, and then I had my shamag just for that extra comfort, and that's about it. That's how I had it. That was my setup. So I'm really utilising all of my gear, making sure all my gear, like my bag and my chairs, doing multiple things, which really helped me get through the night. I wasn't warm, but at no point was I like freezing cold, you know. I was able to sleep in that, so that was good. It was really windy throughout the night. It was so windy it blew out my peg on this corner, so that was probably contributing to most of me heat loss. But apart from that, I'm really happy, and I think I deserve a Scout's badge or something for getting through the night without a sleeping pad. Like, I think it's a good achievement. Yeah, some good knowledge learned. I know my limits and stuff, so aye, happy days. I'm happy with this camp. Nice one. Okay, so before I head out, I just want to like uncover this and just see how the branches and everything's formed, because it was really comfortable, and I think over time it kind of formed to me body and me hip and that. So I just want to have a look, see what it looks like. Whoa, a wool blanket, that off, my bag. The ground sheet done all right. There's a little bit of wet on there, but it's not too bad. Ground sheet, it is wet a little bit, but it's all right, it's all right. There we go, that's what. So this is, I could feel this twig here on one side. So yeah, I must have been lying here. So it has flattened out quite a bit, but yeah, it was quite comfortable, surprisingly. So it got down to about 4 degrees last night, although with wind chill it was feeling like 0 degrees, which was probably about right. From my experience, it was feeling cold. Every time I put my hand outside my sleeping bag, you could feel the cold. So there was additional things I could have done on this trip. For example, use the fire as warmth. I also didn't heat me hot water bottle up on the fire and then bring that into bed, so I could have done that. Overall, I'm happy with how I went. I got some sleep, I wasn't too uncomfortable, so yeah, I'm really glad, I'm really impressed. That sort of thing works if I'm ever in that scenario for real. Let me know if you have any additional advice in the comments section, anything I missed, anything I should have been doing. Let me know, I'd love to know. And also, if you've tried anything like this before, let me know as well, because you don't see many people doing it, to be honest. So if you've done something like this, let me know. Respect. I'm just going to finish packing up the rest of my stuff. There's not much now, and I need to get back. I need to get to work. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps me out, because I want to do this full time. I want to live in the woods full time, but I can't do that until I'm famous on YouTube. So yeah, man. Anyways, thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.